Hi, my name is Frogan, and this is the first time I'm ever making a solo YouTube video about everything that has happened the last year and a half.
Wow.
I address everything on my podcast, Idubbbz, which
podcast.
you can find the link below, but today it's just going to be you and I. I think the content cop was great. You know, I feel like Ian approached it in a way that nobody else does. He approached it with empathy, and, you know, it was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan. One of the main things, especially
Gaslight. It was supposed to make people feel bad for Ethan? She's such a lying cunt. Holy shit.
especially as content creators, people tend to dehumanize us and forget that we're living normal people just like you. So obviously, with so much pressure on the internet, both on myself, and I'm sure Ethan can relate to this too, it's fucking hell. It's hard to manage, it's hard to deal with. So I feel like Ian approached it in a way that was more so holding a friend accountable and in a softer way, and wanted to generate empathy for Ethan. Other people don't do that. And I've even said this before, I feel like we need to stick to the basics as to why Ethan Klein deserves to be criticized, and that is for being pro-Israel and trying to deplatform pro-Palestinian content creators.
Okay.
I think it's insane to involve his children and anybody else that really doesn't deserve the criticism. I think Kayla deserves the criticism as well too, because she says some batshit crazy things on the podcast as well. And I've said this, and I'll say it again. If you're spewing pro-Israel propaganda, I'm going to call you out about it. I received a text asking to say something nice about Ethan, and to be honest, I thought about it long and hard, because I was like, this man does not deserve anything nice from me.
Ooh.
But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Maybe it'll give me some closure. So I wrote a letter to Ethan, and I read it off, and Idubbbz put it in the video, and this was Ethan's reaction to the video.
I bet you would.
I will be reading my letter off because I don't want to sound robotic. H3 used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations.
You know what? I will say this. Frogan is a terrorist supporter. Her politics are fucking disgusting. And the id poll that she tries to play is also really gross too. Like this fake Arab, whatever cosplay bullshit she does, I think is also super cringe. I don't know if I've ever heard her make the crazy unhinged personal attacks on Ethan and Hila. I'm not sure if I've ever heard that before. She might, but I feel like Denim's is way more prone to that. Just from what I've seen. But I've only seen a lot of Wicked's Clothing stream, so maybe it's stuff I haven't seen personally.
It used to be the sports for good that I used to watch. I hope that one day gets back to what I remember. You were one of the inspirations for me to start creating content, so all this has stunk. I hope you really hear this, and I wish you the best.
Listen,
Thank you.
Frogan, she's so dumb that you almost can't be even mad at her.
She did wish us the best in the end. It almost felt like the nicest one of them all.
I think she was the only one being genuine,
Yeah.
actually. So I don't want to, whatever, just Frogan, just...
Wait, that's not even, that's, okay. Yeah, okay. No?
Chill, okay? Just stop being an idiot and I'll stop talking about you. It's really simple math.
She's also by far the smallest creator of the bunch.
Right.
I mean, is it even like cool that he included her? Like, she's just gonna get more shit for being involved.
It's not cool.
And, like,
on his
it's
behalf.
not- it's
he
tot-
knows what like this entails.
This part made me laugh because it was very tone deaf, and he's acting like half of his content nuke wasn't about me. Half
of Ethan Klein's Hassan content nuke was about her? What?
of the content nuke, the entire ending half was about me.
Was it?
So if I'm so irrelevant and so uncool to include, why the fuck was I in your goddamn video?
Like, Hassan can handle it, but like Frogan's now just gonna get a pile of shit on top of her that I have no control over, because people are watching, millions of people are watching his video, by the way, and they're reacting to it. And they're not having good reactions
Not
to it.
just our audience.
Far from our own, bro, yeah.
I think it's funny that you think me being in the Idubbbz video is what's going to cause this harassment. When in reality, it's you, Ethan. You're acting like you haven't spent the last year and a half doing everything in your power to push people to bully and harass me, including weaponizing propaganda organizations such as the ADL to get me banned off Twitch because I made a joke about you not being able to say Habibi. But no, it's Idubbbz, one of the only major creators besides Hassan who has actually defended me publicly in the last few months. This next section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Let's get started with this clip.
personally though, and I've seen Hassan do this before, is he's accused me of it. He goes, "Oh, you just hate Muslims." It's like, bro, can you actually just can you actually
Engage
please
one
just
time.
respond to a real argument?
One
Like,
time,
please,
just
bro.
one time.
You know, he just like, you can't just sweep everything away by saying that. It's just not right. Are people very cruel to her? Yeah, for sure. You know, it's just, I don't know, man.
I don't know how to explain this to you, Ethan, because this is something you claim all the time, but some people are actually racist. Ethan claims people are mean to him all the time because they're racist, using his religion as a shield of criticism, as he claims people are doing to me. A lot of the comments I get are about me being a hijabi and me being Muslim, so no. People are not more charitable to me because I wear the hijab, and I wish that was the case.
Did her house? Hello? This is the moment the house was like, "What? I can't hear you. Oh God, a new symptom. He's deaf. Did the volume just get quieter for no reason?"
This is something you claim all
You know, it's just, I don't know, very just
who has actually defended me publicly in the last few months. This
and I've seen
section is about the double standards of Ethan's thinking. Ethan, because this is something you claim all the time, but some people are actually racist. Ethan claims people are mean to him all the time because they're racist, using his religion as a shield of criticism, as he claims people are doing to me. A lot of the comments I get are about me being a hijabi and me being Muslim, so no. People are not more charitable to me because I wear the hijab, and I wish that was the case.
I have never, they accuse me of doing it. They go, "Oh, Ethan's just targeting Arab and Muslim creators." It's like, I have never one time mentioned her hijabi or brought anyone's fucking identity into my criticism of them.
You haven't said anything about me being Muslim directly, but your ideas about Muslims are pretty obvious from what you say. Here are a few of many examples.
Why don't you just make it easier? Why don't you just fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, you know, just serve yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it.
What is the context of this clip? Hello? Are they, maybe they're talking about terrorist attacks or ISIS or something. Oh, wait, what is the context? Oh, this is October 9th, 2023. Jesus. What do we...
Fly to ISIS and do them a favor and just let them, you know, just serve yourself on a platter for them because you deserve it.
What is this? Hold
On a platter for them because you deserve
Sorry.
it.
Enjoy your drugs and being a sex worker. Hamas would kill you on the spot. October 11th. Ethan, I'm not a Zionist. Klein playing fucking Twitcher terrorist live to thousands of people. Islamophobia on full display. Bro, first of all, if extra terrorist is invoking Islam to you, that's on you, chief, okay? Because these are actual statements by actual terrorists, all right? It's not ordinary Arab or terrorist. It's not Muslim or terrorist. It's Twitch or terrorist. So the joke here being that Twitch streamers like Hamas Hanabi are literally making terrorist fucking comments that are indistinguishable from actual fucking terrorists. That's the joke. I'm in South Beach having fun on drugs. I think this guy was fighting with Ethan or something, and it has to do with the fact that Hamas would kill people for being gay, which they would. Like, I'm sorry, is literally every single criticism of Hamas or of any of these people, all of it just counts as Islamophobia? Come on, give me a break. This is cringe.
Like, I think per capita, a lot of the weird fucking terrorism and crimes and shit, I mean, there's definitely some strong thread of violence through the Muslim community, or Arab Muslims to be more specific.
That's, I mean, factually, that's true. There are reasons why you can talk about that, but I don't think this comment on its own counts as Islamophobia. Like, what, you literally can't talk about any of this?
Or when
The next thing I want to bring up are the double standards both Ethan and Gila have for themselves. Let's
Okay.
get started with this.
Yeah.
We misspoke. It didn't sound good. We immediately corrected ourselves. You know, that's how mature people do. That's how you
Yeah,
that's how you're supposed to handle yourself, isn't it? Like, what more do you want me to do?
I have no problem apologizing and admitting and whatever is needed when things happen.
This was in response to people bringing up how Gila said Yoav Gallant was a great guy, even though he's literally a war criminal and pro.
Can nobody bring up why she said this? Is this literally impossible? Like, nobody can engage with the fact of the matter on anything. You just can't engage with any of the facts. It always has to be the most unhinged and deranged attacks. Always. Okay.
Genocide. I'm a live streamer as well. I know being live for hours and hours on end, you can misspeak, and that is exactly what happened whenever I said the thing about the U.S. military. I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter.
Bitch, you triple downed on it. Are you serious? Just stand on it. Fuck the troops. If you hate soldiers, then fucking say it. Oh, she can't maybe because she's on Twitch because of the policy. Bro, you literally fucking triple. Didn't she literally triple down? Wasn't there initial backlash and then she doubled down on it and then that one, and then didn't she triple down on it and then get banned? What? Bro, find me the initial and find me the double down. Find it, please. Oh my God.
The thing about the U.S. military. I said it in a way in which I didn't mean, and I also clarified it on Twitter by saying the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. It's horrific and disgusting. The beginning of the clip was worded poorly, and I do apologize for that. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way.
Think about this. Middle class, rich family, white girl, okay, is so bothered by what's going on with groups of people that she doesn't even fucking know about, okay? Which is hilarious. A year into the conflict, she doesn't know what the fuck a Druze is. It's hilarious, okay? And this poor little white girl, this poor little hijab-wearing white girl is so bothered by this that she will triple down on labeling all U.S. soldiers with PTSD as a good thing. But comments that Ethan and Ela make on October 10th are going to be used to, and comments taken in like 3-second clips are going to be used to paint them as Islamophobic? Hello? What? What?
And like I said initially, I'm not granted that charitability at all.
Also,
in a more sensitive.
bombing my family. Okay, hold on, because I don't follow. Hold on, I don't follow all the politics shit. October 20th, 2024. Before 2025, U.S., would it be Air Force, Army? U.S. bombings, Michigan. Okay, 1927, in the small township of Bath, Michigan, trusted community member Andrew Villa planted more than 600 pounds of okay. Did I miss this? Were there bombs going off in Michigan? In the U.S.? Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, before 2025. Did this happen? Did I miss something, or... Huh, I wonder what family she's talking about. Because she was born and raised in the United States, so... Huh, weird.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers.
Oh, for any soldiers.
Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers.
Never any pity for
US
any
military?
soldier. Okay.
Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
Okay. But she meant like the apparatus. Like when the dragon burned the chair, it was a symbol of fighting the power in Game of Thrones. She meant she hopes that the military industrial complex gets collectively PTSD'd in like an economic sense, I think.
You know?
Mm-hmm. We know, girl. Tell us more.
I do the ones I'm like whatever about the U.S. soldiers are the ones that like acknowledge that like what they did was wrong. They didn't know back then.
Oh, see, okay, she is
Whatever.
out there.
You're
Okay.
you're a good person in my book.
Aw.
I'm like a Tom. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted. The U.S. military that are like, yeah, like, you know, I did this back then, but now I know it's wrong. Like I'm changed. Like fuck imperialism. Fuck this. You don't deserve the PTSD. But like any other motherfucker, you're joining them. You're like, oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you.
Oh.
I hope you get PTSD.
Okay.
And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
Okay. Based. Listen, you can have you can be based if you want to. Queen. Be based. Okay. I think it's kind of gross because I disagree with your political opinion. But listen, you know, be based. We all know what you're saying. We all know what you meant here. Okay. There's no confusion. Just own it.
Of way. And like I said initially, I'm not granted that charitability at all.
I want to explain it because people bring it up nonstop. I apologize for it right away. When Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel, I
Next day, I think
made
it
a
was.
quick appearance in that video just to say I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
What more do you want from me? I did the same exact thing.
But it was this is such a bro. Streamers are horrible human beings. They're just bad people. Don't ever forget, okay? The issue with these people is they're bad human beings. It's not just bad politics. They're dog shit humans. They're dog shit humans, okay? It was obvious what, well, maybe it wouldn't have been obvious, I guess, to people that are completely unfamiliar with like the conflict or what's going on. It was obvious why Hila said what she said, because when Gallant was tossed, it was because of a conflict with Netanyahu over how they wanted to conduct the war. So if you're listening and you're following the news, you understand why she said what she said, I think. And then she clarified the next day, and it's believable. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense why she would have thought that or why she would have said that. Your position, we listened to the first one, okay? Then she got called out. This was the double down.
Camaro, no student. Any other motherfucker you're doing? Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base?
Okay, so this is listening a second.
Am I supposed to be like I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
Oh, okay. We're not walking back on it. We still fucking agree with it. Based? Okay. Then where are we getting this idea that you genuinely apologized? Now,
Hi.
Now, after she got banned, then she was genuinely apologetic. But
Afghanistan, Syria, saying the U.S. military has conducted some of the most horrific crimes against humanity in the modern era in countries such as Iraq, Afghanistan, Syria, Lebanon, and Palestine. My anger is directed at individuals who are currently championing these war crimes as if they liberated my people. I go on to clarify in the clip that I do not mean all military, but specifically those with no remorse. What I said was out of frustration as they are currently bombing my family in the name of liberation. I realize that wishing people harm isn't the best way to talk about these issues and that I could have talked about these topics in a more sensitive way.
how can people follow someone like this so blindly? I know your community argues with you when we disagree, but I never see pushback in these streamer communities because these guys are not political communities. I wish I could stress that more. I wasn't joking when I said that Hassan does drama slop. People that do quote unquote politics online, what they're really doing is just drama, but politics is the vehicle by which they communicate the drama. That's what is happening. That's why it all looks like this.
And like I said initially, I'm not granted that charitability at all.
I want to explain it because people bring it up nonstop. I apologize for it right away. When Ethan made a video to address this on his Ethan Klein channel, I
Next day, I think
made
it
a
was.
quick appearance in that video just to say I'm sorry, I misspoke. I shouldn't have called him a really good guy. Like, I don't know why I said it like that.
What more do you want from me? I did the same exact thing. Now we're moving on to the infamous button. So during the react to the content cop, AB started talking and the button was pushed. Here's the clip.
Authorities block healthcare to
Not the
Gaza.
button.
Again, I'm not. Do you think that
Not
I'm
the
talking about
button.
walking around Gaza? When I say how great multicultural it is,
We
did
never
you think
defended
that?
how Israel attacked Gaza since October 7th, not even once. We never
I think that's
co-signed what they did.
Is that not the point he's making though?
What?
That you're talking about how nice Israel is, but
Israel proper is different
are-
from Gaza.
Yeah, no,
but
I
at a
understand.
time,
Millions
like right now, say
Muslims in
I guess
Israel.
that's where the
They clarified why the button was pressed, and,
And
it
that's the
wasn't
end of
because
the
of
clip
AB.
because the button was pushed.
Oh.
Anytime any member of the crew gives Ethan any type of pushback, the button is pushed. And he wants
Well, except we literally saw that with the apologizing to the women, where he was like, oh, okay, maybe I shouldn't call people bitches. I don't know what it is right now, but I feel like bitch is like a worse slur word for women than cunt. I don't know when that changed. Maybe it's because nobody uses cunt anymore, or maybe my vibe or intuition is off on that. But like, I feel like, oh god, she's such a fucking cunt. It feels more casual than like when I hear somebody be like, that bitch. Bitch feels like the more visceral word right now in my mind, but I don't know.
to say that I'm surrounded by yes men and people can never criticize me when he doesn't allow his staff that are part of the show to give him any critique or pushback whatsoever. During the live show today, some of the
You dumb bitch. Link me the clip. Link me that clip. I need it.
defended me, and I appreciate it so much. And during this episode, AB mentioned that the most recent time we talked, him and I had a disagreement.
People are saying stop being friends with her. You guys don't know fucking shit. I have not talked to her in forever, and the last time we did talk, we had a disagreement. Like where is this coming from? Like I don't understand. That is.
This disagreement was a DM I sent him, which stated, "Hey AB."
No, stop. I don't, stop, okay? A lie implies intent, okay? If I tell you I'm gonna be home by 5, yes, it does, you dumb bitch!
This one sucks. You ruined this meme so much by whatever dog shit anime song that you just put in that one. Okay.
B, I wanted to reach out privately because responding publicly and adding to the dog pile doesn't feel right. I understand that people often overlook how tough the job market is, and I get that working for Ethan puts you in a complicated position. That said, I think what pushed people over the edge was a clip of you baiting pro-Palestinian people and blocking them. The criticism you're receiving is largely because people believe you're better than that and don't subscribe to Ethan's views. I know you've been vocal about Palestine, but I think it's important to explicitly clarify that you don't share his beliefs and that you stand on your own. Ethan is not worth the bullshit you have to deal with working for him. Honestly, there have been times where I felt anger towards you, but after some reflection, I wanted to approach you directly. I'm saying this as someone who was personally impacted by Ethan and as a cousin. I hope you understand where I'm coming from.
You know what? I hate this fucking chick so much. I hate her. I hate her politics so much. And I think she's a gross person. I have a lot of respect for people that send DMs like that. People always blow Mizkif up when he like DMs somebody. He's like, oh my God, he DMs person. I think that when you're DMing people like this and you're saying like, hey, here's an issue I have with you. It's just like an explanation of the problem or whatever. And this is how I feel. And this is how we can reconcile or not. I have a lot of respect for people that are willing to do stuff like that. So you know what? And that was like a decently phrased or whatever DM. It didn't look like a malicious piece of shit asshole DM. So nice.
AB didn't respond, and that's perfectly fine. I didn't expect him to. You know, I just.
What about this one?
Your problem, Lab, is you are assuming that Cherry is like just fucking lying. Okay. Now it could be.
She did just lie.
Saying something that is not true is not the same as.
Why should that hold when you post the DMs publicly later to attack them? Well, I don't know if she's attacking AB now, but it sounds like people do this. God, I don't know. I hate it. The internet will change eventually. Please, Kappa. People are always like, oh, you said this was bad, but now you're doing it. Now you're doing it, so it's the same. It's not. Doing something in response to a thing is way different than doing something unprovoked. So if AB publicly mentioned the fact that they had DM'd each other, I think it's okay for her to post those DMs for clarity. It's not like she's just posting them to blow them up or to out them or whatever. She's posting for clarity because now there's an implication that, or she might feel like people have an implication that that conversation went differently than it actually did. I think that's totally fine.
Just wanted to get my feelings out. Although AB and I haven't talked in a long time, he's still somebody I care about. You know what I mean? He's like a cousin. You know, we have that bond. We're both from Dearborn. So it's like, we're literally cousins.
I thought she was from Lebanon.
Not literally, but I don't know
Just
AB's
kidding.
motivations or what he feels because I'm on the outside at this.
I didn't fucking lie. Yes.
Shut
Please stop, Lab. Shut the fuck up.
How does somebody have the best meme clip of this? All of these suck.
Point. So I am just giving my perspective from somebody on the outside. I will say the invalid points of criticism towards AB is trying to question him as an Arab, which is completely fucked up and wrong. Nobody should do that, you know? It is valid to criticize him for still working for Ethan and being silent for as long as he was. Those are valid points of criticism. But don't try to take away his Arabness because you don't agree with him. Whenever AB started streaming on Twitch, I was the first person to raid him, and I even helped him whenever he asked me for advice on what to stream. AB has also helped me in many ways as well. Even a long time ago, AB included me in an H3 episode talking about why people should visit Dearborn. Here's a screenshot. It's from like 2023, I believe. He was also super supportive whenever I was nominated and won the Streamer Award.
All right, and the award goes to...
Chala.
Frogan.
Wait.
A lie implies intent.
It was this one.
Okay?
Good
If
job.
I tell you I'm gonna be home by 5, yes, it does, you dumb bitch. Okay? If I tell you I'm gonna be home by 5 p.m. today, and I run late from work and I get home at like 5:20, I didn't
That's
fucking
the one.
lie to you. You ended up not being true.
Thank you, Jesus.
You did it! You did it, sister!
And to be quite honest, like watching this clip back made me really, really sad because of basically the outcome of what.
Zerka absolutely peaked as a guest on Destiny. Yes, because my predictions about him, unfortunately, and I don't say this in like a, oh, I told you so kind of way, because I do think it's tragic, were 100% correct. Not my predictions, but I understand. I have the brain. I'm not just a person who's good at content. I also understand why I'm good at content. I understand why other people are good at content. I think I generally have a decent understanding of it. And Zerka needed two things. One, some people can't handle this ego-wise. I don't know if Zerka can. Some people make really good main characters. Some people are really good side characters. Zerka is a perfect side character. He is an unbelievable content accelerator and just an amazing person to vibe off of when he has another person to play. Or he doesn't have to be a side character. It can be like a co-cast thing, but he needs somebody else. He can't do it alone. He's not as entertaining on his own. He needs a second person with him. Number one. And number two, he needs a babysitter. Zerka cannot manage his own time, and he cannot manage himself around the temptations of women or drugs or whatever the fuck else that he was kind of like fucking his life up on. And he crashed out, I think, hard as a result of those two things. Mainly the latter rather than the former.
Be really, really sad because of basically the outcome of what this has become. You know what I mean? And I have nothing but love for AB and Lena, and I wish them the best. And
Fuck did I come
maybe
back to?
in the
Oh, for
future
tungsten.
we can be friends again, to be honest.
Before she moved out here, I remember us talking, and she was nervous about it. And I said, at the end of the day, you'll have me and Lena, like worst comes to worst. And then shit just hit the fucking fan.
Yeah.
Before.
And to those who are constantly defending me and having my back, I appreciate you and thank you so, so much. You know, during a time like this, it feels like the damage has been done physically, mentally, emotionally, and financially. But, you know, after a year and a half of harassment, it feels very calming that people are actually finally on my side. It's been a nightmare for me. On a more positive note, here are some of my favorite pictures taken at the shoot of the content cop bit. Of course, I got to see Kaya. I love her to death. And here are a couple pictures. To Ethan, if you're watching this for some reason, my message to you is that, you know, you and I have different worldviews, and you and I have different ideas for what is the best way to help people. And, you know, while I appreciate the spirit of your advocacy, I think it's misguided. You know, after all of this, you've made my life hell. I will say that. You've made my life fucking hell. But at the end of the day, what I said at the end of the content cop still stands. I wish you the best.
Okay. You know, that could have been a lot worse. She tried. She tried at least, and I'll give her that. I will give her credit for that. I will give her credit for that. I'll never get credit from these people for anything, but I'll give her credit for that. She tried. This is better than it could have been.